The last voice message genre. Realistic emotional drama. Tone. Poignant. Introspective. With a hopeful ending narrative. POV. Third person limited. Focusing on Mateo. Chapter 1. The same time. Every night. It was always at 10:37 p.m. Every night. Without fail. Mateo's phone vibrated softly against the wooden nightstand. Not a call, not a text. A voice message. He never responded. He never blocked the number. Because he couldn't. The number belonged to his mother, who had died exactly 1 year ago. He didn't tell anyone. Not his best friend Dylan, not his cousin Rosa, not even the grief counselor he ghosted after one awkward session, because no one would believe him. Hell, he didn't even believe himself. But the voice message always came, and it was always the same. Hey, honey, just wanted to say I love you. I'm okay. Don't forget to eat dinner, all right? And every night, Mateo pressed play, turned off the lights, curled into bed, and let that voice echo in the dark. His mother's voice, so soft, so familiar, so heartbreakingly alive. Chapter 2. Ghosts Don't Leave Messages. Mateo was 23. He worked at a bookstore cafe downtown, mostly stacking books, occasionally making lattes. He used to be a photography student, full of dreams and light and color. Now his camera collected dust under the bed. Everything did, really. Life was on pause. Grief had hit him like black paint splashed across a canvas. Everything else blurred into gray. People said time healed, but Mateo didn't want to heal. Healing felt like forgetting, and forgetting felt like betrayal. He lived alone in his mom's old apartment. Still paid rent even though his name was never on the lease. Still watered her plants. Still cooked her arroz con pollo recipe on Sundays. Still had her robe hanging on the hook behind the bathroom door. And still listened to her message at 10:37 every night. He tried to trace the number. It didn't exist. He'd switched phones. The messages kept coming. He even tried deleting one once, but his hand shook so hard he dropped the phone. He never tried again. Maybe it was a glitch in the universe. Or maybe it was love refusing to die. Chapter 3. Flowers and First Signs. One Tuesday morning, Mateo took a different route to work. He cut through a side street he usually avoided and passed a tiny flower shop. A girl stood outside arranging tulips in buckets. She wore mismatched socks, and her apron said, "Petals, peace." She looked up, caught him staring, and smiled. "You look like you need flowers," she said brightly. Mateo blinked. "What?" "Or at least some coffee. You've got emotional zombie written all over your face." He let out a breath that was almost a laugh. "That obvious, huh?" She wiped her hands and offered one. "I'm Lila." Mateo. He didn't buy any flowers. But the next morning, he walked by again. She waved. Then again the next, and the next. By Friday, she handed him a sunflower in a mason jar. "This one's free. It likes sad people." Mateo didn't tell her about the messages. He didn't tell her about his mother. He just said thanks. And for the first time in months, he went to sleep without crying. Chapter 4. Memory Traps. Grief is sneaky. It hides in toast crumbs and old voicemail recordings. In your mother's favorite mug. In the aisle of a grocery store where they no longer stock her favorite tea. One day, Lila asked, "Who taught you to cook? You always smell like cilantro and love." And it hit him he hadn't talked about his mom out loud in weeks. "She did," he said, barely above a whisper. "My mom." Lila smiled gently. "She must have been awesome." She was. That night, Mateo looked through his mom's old things, found a letter she'd written months before her accident, never mailed. It was in an envelope with his name on it, tucked inside a photo album. He didn't open it. Not yet. Chapter 5. The Different Message. It happened on the anniversary. Mateo had gone to the cemetery in the afternoon, sat by her grave, left her favorite flowers. He didn't cry. He just sat. Quiet. That night, he stayed out late. He didn't want to hear the message. But at 10:37 p.m., his phone buzzed. He hesitated, then played it. "Mi amor, I won't say the usual tonight. This is the last message. I love you, and I need you to live now. It's okay to let go. I'll always be with you. But I think it's time. Time for you to come back to life. Mateo's hands trembled. His heart pounded. And then beep. The message deleted itself. So did the others. All 300 Joan messages gone. Forever. Chapter 6. Silence. The next night at 10:37, nothing happened. No buzz, no voice, just silence. Mateo sat on his bed, eyes on the phone, waiting like a kid expecting Santa Claus and realizing he's not coming. He didn't cry. He opened the letter instead. Chapter 7. Her final words. To my beautiful son, Mateo. Her handwriting wobbled, but still graceful. If you're reading this, it means I never got the chance to tell you everything I wanted to. First, thank you. Thank you for being the brightest part of my life. My best days were the ones with you. I don't know what happens after death, but if there's any way I can reach you, I will. Even if it's just in your dreams or your heart. I hope you never feel alone. Please keep taking pictures. The world needs your eye, your heart, your stories. And when you're ready, let someone love you. You deserve joy. Real joy. I love you. Always. Mom. Mateo folded the letter slowly. He didn't sob. He didn't scream. He just felt full of love, of loss, of everything. Chapter 8. Beginnings. The next morning, Mateo passed the flower shop again. This time, he stopped. Lila raised an eyebrow. Bad night? No, he said softly. Actually, a really good one. She tilted her head. You look different. I think I am. He reached into his backpack and pulled out his camera. Dusted. Charged. Do you mind if I take your picture? Lila grinned. As long as you get my good side. He snapped the photo. Then one of the flower stand. Then the cracked sidewalk. Then the blue sky. Chapter 9. Voicemails reversed. 1 week later, Mateo did something new. At 10:37 p.m., he opened the recorder app on his phone. He looked out the window at the stars and spoke. Hi, Mom. I had arroz con pollo today. The kind you made when I was sick. I added extra cumin. You'd be proud. Also, I took some pictures. And there's this girl, Lila. I think you'd like her. I love you. I'm okay. I'm going to be okay. Talk tomorrow. He sent the recording to his own voicemail, just so he could listen again later. And remember, Epilogue. The right kind of goodbye. 2 years later, Mateo had his first gallery show. Black and white photographs lined the walls gritty. Warm, real. One series was called 10:37. Photos of empty chairs, half-lit kitchens, unread letters, flowers in windows. People cried, people smiled. In the center of the gallery, a sunflower in a mason jar stood beside a plaque. It read, For Mom, thank you for every message. This is mine to you.